All right, this is the last video that I'm going to provide. It's a fun one. Again, I'm pretty new at this, but I've got a little bit of a jump start on you guys, so I'm trying to share some of the knowledge I have. This is called the Analytics Studio, which I think is going to be a really fun feature for Tom and the players. So go ahead and click on that. It'll take you to this page that I'm on. If you're on you have multiple teams, you should be able to toggle through some of these. So I'm going to go on the Elite one. 2015 girls. It has team stats. Obviously, it's only pulling from the one game, so there'll be a way to have you can adjust it so it's the last 10 recordings or 5 or whatever. We only have that one recording, so it's just going off the stats: 3 goals and 9 shots from the previous one. It looks like the other team controlled the ball actually more than our girls did. Has a shot map, and a lot of these features right here will also be on this video that I'm going to show you guys in just a little bit. The other option, the Analytics Studio, that you're going to think is kind of cool, or the girls were, or maybe it's a great, at least for my daughter and my son, a good motivator, is the player stats. The only way these player stats will work is if you have a player profile, because the VEO has to have a player profile to connect the play or the shot or the goal to the actual player. So currently we have 3 players in here. This is something that we're going to need to adjust for some of us. So like the Rosenthals have 2 children. So you're going to probably want to create 2 accounts, one for Annie and one for Lily. And then Jason has it marked as himself. He can easily go in there and change that to Kylie. Once you have established a player profile, I will be able to, or Tom, tag a player in the game. And I do think sometimes the VEO it tags players automatically. For example, it sensed that Sadie was starting, so it gave her that start. But I tagged the moments of the goals and shots for her. The only way you can tag someone, though, is if they already have a player profile set up. So we're going to go over to the actual watching of a game and some of the features it has. One of my favorite things was just to watch the game with my daughter. And there's a play I wanted to show you guys real quick. It's right here. So I'm showing Sadie this game, and you can slow down the speed here if you wanted to. You can make the screen bigger and so forth. But this was a fun moment for her because she was watching this with me, and I showed her this highlight, and I said, "What a great steal!" And I paused it right here. I said, "Sadie, what is the next move that you need to do here?" She goes, "Oh, Cam's wide open. Pass it to her." I said, "Yes, correct." So we watched it, and clearly she slowed up and got the ball stolen from her, and it was a good learning experience for her there. So that's one of the obviously easy feature for you guys to do with your kids. Here, the roster right here, the VEO detects all the jersey numbers. You can see up here, and you can see the numbers of the kids and the jersey numbers. So if you just want to watch moments of your kid, I feel like the VEO is pretty good at this. I can see where it's difficult. So if I clicked on Sadie, number 7, it shows all of the moments where the VEO picks up where she was involved in the play to some extent. So if you just want to see the individual highlights, that's a good way to do that. Some of the other fun features of this is it has the analytics of the game built in on this screen. I know I showed you over here the team stats, but you can actually look at the team stats in this video. And so this is just like something you would see like if you were clicking on an ESPN app or SofaScore app to see the breakdown of the game. Shows us versus Pre-Academy Rush, how they had 4 shots, we had 9, 3 goals, 1, and so forth. It also had some interesting stuff. It picked up Sadie's penalty kick and passes completed. You can see actually they possessed the ball more than us according to the VEO, and they completed more passes. There's other options like the shot map. I like this one. It kind of shows us where we're taking our shots from and how many attempts. But the other reason I like this is you can just click on where it says goals, and it's going to show you the 3 goals. And so when the girls score the goal, it automatically actually does this little cool feature up here and gives us the goal. And it'll go straight through all 3 of the goals. Now Mac, under her player sets, since it's not set up, I was able to watch that clip and tag Sadie in that moment. I cannot tag Mac to the moment yet because she doesn't have a player profile, but once she does, I'll be able to tag it to her. It also shows the missed shots, which is kind of fun too. We had a moment in this game in particular. The VEO gave us a 10th shot. It was a shot, but it was a shot after an offside, so I was able to go in there and remove that shot. Let's see what else. Passing locations and where we control. Where was the one I liked? I think there was one about like time on attack, possession. Yeah. So this is kind of interesting. Yes, they possess the ball more than us, but 27% of the girls' possession was on the attack versus theirs was 19. Most of their possession was actually back here on defense. So yes, they possessed the ball more, but it was on defense. Passing strings is kind of interesting. Again, something Tom can maybe use to share with the girls. Our girls had 3 to 5 passes according to VEO, and our longest string was 4 connected passes. I think this is where Rush did a pretty good job. They actually had 11 3 to 5 passes, but their longest was 3. So again, another thing that Tom or us parents can use to share with the kids. What other features I would like to show you is we can set up the lineup and change the formation and assign kids. You can assign the subs too, and a captain even. This is where you would like click on a name and you would add the player to that position. So I was able to put Sadie in as a center mid because that's what she played in that game, and that would allow for me during moments. You can see I connected her to this shot, so I was able to open up this moment, and I'm going to remove her from the moment, but it said who did it, and sometimes it connects the kid automatically, I feel like, but sometimes I had to assign it. So obviously Annie's not on a team, so Rosenthal's will need to go in there and change it. They created a player profile, but it needs to say Lily so we can connect it to Lily and go to her stat. But for this shot, Sadie took the shot. It was a miss, so I just clicked on Sadie and it went to her stats, player stats, which is kind of fun. If I wanted to get out of this, I click back to the events. It detects mainly free kicks, kickoffs, goal kicks, shots, penalty kicks, and corners. Okay, so here's all the times when, like, Sadie took a penalty kick. I was, again, able to open it up. I think you guys are able to connect a player to it too. I'm not 100% sure. I know as an editor I can at least do it. I plan on doing that for Tom and the girls too. So, yep. And that is pretty much it. Here's just a summary of the game. But anyways, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I think this is going to be really cool. For the girls as they get older. It would be really fun to show them the 9v9 tape because they, were dealing with different spacing in that game and go over all that. But I'm still learning about it, and if you have any questions, let me know. But the number one thing you can do right now is set up your player profile so we can kind of collect the girls' videos easier, and that way you can create like a montage that you can send to families or whoever. So hope you guys like the video, and again, just message me if you have any questions.